Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today. Just about an hour ago, we did end the stream that we had outside, and for those of you who are watching the pre-recording at the very end, just like yesterday's video, it just cuts off randomly. Yep, that was my phone dying. But anyways, we had a whole hour stream, lots of good discussions about this whole ECB thing, and guys, today I want to make a video and actually touch more on this because with the phone stream, I was not able to, kind of go in and dissect through articles and certain pieces of information that I can, use to kind of be complementary to the current information that we just got from Brad Garlinghouse. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. So let's go ahead. Before we get into that, let's take a look real quick at XRP. We are at 0.399, basically kind of flirting with 40 cents essentially. Bitcoin doing the same thing, but with 8,000. And honestly, guys, I think we're looking for a move up here in the short term. That's just my opinion. Down once we got to like right here on stream, like I was streaming one time and this doji was like the last thing that was left before, and all these candles didn't exist. I was saying, look, market's selling down. You're trying to push down further. It wicks all right back up. And now we're making a higher low right here, as well as we're actually we got the bullish divergence on the RSI, and we actually saw it somewhat respect the RSI because at one point it was like almost broken through it, but then it ended up just respecting that and kept and the RSI just bounced right back off of that and is now still respecting that bullish divergence. So honestly, guys, along with the 618 golden retrace and everything that's going on with the news with XRP right now, in my opinion, it's literally prime to explode. Now, when I say explode, I don't know how far that really means. I'm not really too sure, but I'm thinking that in the short term, in the near short term, we're gonna see some pretty good price action. That's just my opinion. And also Bitcoin sitting around the 8,000 mark. And again, with Bitcoin, again, it doesn't matter if you don't own it or not. When you own XRP, I mean, you just want to see Bitcoin go up. So I'm hoping it can go just further into the 8,000s, break into 9, 10K. That would honestly trigger some FOMO in this market, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Now, you may have been hearing today, over the last 2 hours, guys, the ECB, the European Central Bank, has been a big discussion of today because Brad Garlinghouse, makes a tweet after what, like 5 months of not tweeting out anything. So pretty crazy for Brad Garlinghouse to tweet me. He does not tweet that often. He is a busy guy engaging with all types of central banks and all types of big financial institutions. So this is the tweet he came out with today, and this is kind of what sparked the whole interest behind the European Central Bank and why this is a hot piece of information right now, right off the press. So Brad Garlinghouse: great to see ECB come out with a clear point of view on crypto assets, notably that XRP is recognized as one of the most important in terms of usage, market cap, and business model diversity. So Brad Garlinghouse was commenting on this new occasional paper that was published by the European Central Bank, and if we go ahead and take a look at that, really, all the paper does say, it's not like, praising Ripple or anything, but it's acknowledging XRP. And guys, so keep in mind that they call it Ripple, but they mean XRP. When you see it in the context of next to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, they're obviously referring to XRP, the digital asset, not Ripple, the company. So they acknowledge XRP, and essentially what they say about it is really good. What they say about all these cryptos is really good. There exists around 1,900 crypto assets, up from 7 in April 2013. Next to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash are considered the most important in terms of usage, either capitalization or business model diversity. Although Bitcoin has lost some ground versus other crypto assets over the last 2 years in the face of increased competition and uncertainty about the relative success of different business models underlying them, its market share covered in the course of 2018 and currently stands at 54%. And as well, you can see Ripple is mentioned in this PDF again 3 more times, and they're essentially just evaluating it, and they're just saying that essentially all these cryptocurrencies are just, they're viable, and they're actually acknowledging the fact that they are widely used, and they're essentially acknowledging the utility of these currencies, and that's what's going on here. And keep in mind, the European Union, which is what the European Central Bank is behind, is a 28 member consortium. So keep in mind, this is 28 European countries that now have the clarity to start leveraging digital assets in their business model. Now, I imagine they'd probably need kind of a more specific clarity when it comes to using XRapid specifically or multi-hop specifically in the EU. But keep in mind, David Schwartz did say on the Discord that the euro was one of the corridors that would be initially targeted by XRapid. So this makes perfect sense in my opinion. So The tweet by Brad Garlinghouse, very significant. Great to see the European Central Bank come out with a clear point of view on crypto assets, notably that XRP is recognized as one of the most important in terms of usage, market cap, and business model diversity. And XRP actually, which is something I would like to see the ECB actually acknowledge, is the fact that XRP has more transactions per day than Bitcoin. And I believe it has the most transactions per day out of any digital asset. So let's go ahead, guys. What else is there that kind of points towards ECB and Ripple, working together really and potentially leveraging XRP? Well, essentially, guys, let's go ahead and check this out. But real quick, one last note I do want to make. This essentially does mean, guys, the fact that they're evaluating it and saying that actually there's no threat to Europe's financial stability, so they don't see it as a threat. They're acknowledging the utility of it. To me, that sounds like they're giving the regulatory clarity for the get-go so that institutions could easier lean into new technologies like XRapid and XCurrent, which leverage XRP, which is something that they're going to need clarity for to start using, because, when you are completely revamping the way you move money, I mean, you're going to need approval from the central bank, which has monetary authority over the rest of the banks in that country. However, with the European Central Bank, the reason why it's so exciting is because this central bank is literally behind 28 countries. Like, literally behind 28 countries. So, guys, I'm just going to point out one partner that's huge in one of these countries, and I'm sure there's much, much more. Guys, in France, there's this bank called, not Credit Suisse, but Credit Agricole. It's like the 9th largest bank in the world, and that's in France. And now, their central bank just gave the approval of all these digital assets, essentially. So, imagine how big that is. So, let's go ahead. Let's get into the next piece of information, which kind of looks towards, hey, ECB potentially using XRP or some other digital asset out there that might be better. Check this out. This is from about 2 years ago, and this was sent to me by, I believe Chuck Schuldiner did send this to me. So again, shout out to him, longtime viewer of the Alex Cobb channel. The European Central Bank tweets this out a while ago, October 1st, 2017. This was like 2 years ago, man. This was a while ago, and these guys were saying cross-border instant payments are coming. And now, if you look at the video here and you go through the infographics, you can tell that this is based on tips, and tips is something I still don't have like an official statement on. It's one of those things where it's like it could be Ripple, could not be, could be XRP, might not be. Like, it's kind of one of those things where it seems like it would be. It seems like the technology is easily able to use digital assets because it's on the ISO 20022 format. So it's like there's a bunch of things that connect Ripple and tips, but again, it's one of those things where it's like, it could be, it could not. It's really not 100% sure, but still, the fact that they are, interested in instant cross-border payments, I wonder how the European Central Bank would enjoy instant cross-border settlement, because instant payment, instant settlement, two completely different things. Now, guys, deep dive rabbit hole time. Check this out. Dude, this is from before I was even in this space. May 10th, 2016. Oh boy, the days of the .006 Ripple. Oh my gosh, I wish I bought during those days. But guys, again, my fault. I did see Ripple during this time at half a penny. I looked at it. I called it stupid. Completely my fault. Shouldn't have done that. But guys, check this out. ECB weighs in on distributed ledger technology. And this is 3 years ago. Ripple's talking about ECB weighing in on distributed ledger technology. So guys, I mean, seriously, crazy stuff. And honestly, guys, Ripple is engaging with 40 to 50 central banks. And remember Dilip Rao's reason for engaging with the central banks? Is to get them to start experimenting with digital assets like XRP. So, guys, considering the fact that Ripple is working with 40 to 50 central banks, some notably, the Federal Reserve, the Central Bank of England being a paying client of Ripple, you gotta agree with me in the sense that, like, hey, Ripple does have a huge track record in terms of central bank engagement. And honestly, really everything I've been showing you guys today, I mean, like, it kind of all points towards potentially we're going to see ECB give the regulatory, or they really essentially already have given the regulatory clarity, but I'm curious to see if any Ripple partners are going to take advantage of these latest statements from the European Central Bank and end up going live on XRapid, which is really what I want to see. And keep in mind, David Schwartz did say the euro is one of the first initial XRapid target quarters, and that was confirmed. Actually, that I was actually the one who asked that question. If you guys ever see that screenshot, it's a very infamous screenshot. You'll see my username called like the Mustard Tiger, because I like to stay anonymous in the Discord in those days. But yeah, David Schwartz, he confirmed that, hey, the euro is one of those XRapid quarters that they want to really go after. And guys, they did state that they want to be in 10 XRapid, they want to be in 10 countries XRapid enabled before the middle of the year, and the middle of the year is coming up. So honestly, guys, This isn't something confirmed, but let's just give a quick recap and go over everything. The European Central Bank, they mention XRP being one of the most notable digital assets and one of the most widely used digital assets out there, and I'm pretty sure it is exactly the most widely used digital asset out there. All right, and then Brad comes out and, acknowledges the fact that they have a clear point of view on digital assets, more notably XRP. And then the European Central Bank, about a year ago, it says saying cross-border instant payments are coming. So even if this is not XRP Ripple specifically, they are still interested in this specific segment right here, in the fact of faster payments. Everyone knows that, the banking sector is eventually going to change. We need faster payments. And again, 3 freaking years ago, ECB weighs in on distributed ledger tech. You cannot tell me that Ripple has not engaged with the ECB at some point, guys. And honestly, Dilip Rao's statement of the reason why they engage with central banks is to get them to experiment with digital assets so they can give the regulatory clarity for every other bank in that country to use digital assets. Guys, oh my God, this piece of information, guys, literally had the biggest smile on my face this morning, and I hope this video does the same thing for you guys, with all the information complimenting Brad Garlinghouse's tweet. So I hope this was useful for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in the video today. Really do appreciate it. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe, check links in the description if you do want to get yourself a Ledger Nano S. Keep that cryptocurrency nice, safe, and offline. Make sure also check links in the description if you do want to join the Discord or support me on Patreon. That'd be pretty cool. Make sure to check those links down below. And also hit those post notifications so you never miss a video stream. And as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Really always do appreciate your insight. And during the course of the video, if you guys have heard me, do some and some pauses and some, word jumblings, because I was seeing in the top left-hand corner of my screen here that XRP crossed 40 cents again, and Bitcoin's now at 8,037. So it's actually starting to creep up, guys. And honestly, I don't know. I'm feeling bullish. I gotta say this. I'm feeling bullish. I feel like this can probably go into the 50-60 cent range sometime in the next month or so. So thank you guys so much for doing the video today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.